Yo, peace to the guys on earth. Reflected light from the melanated mystic Baba G, the Messiah, my higher self. Enlightened by the most honorable prophet, the melanated mystic Baba G. Soul reflection. Let me bring you to the kingdom of God real quick. All right. AKA source consciousness, the most high consciousness, the mind of God. The kingdom of heaven is the space or domain in which God dwells. Soul reflection. Let's talk. Let's get shit popping real quick, all right? So, in the beginning, there was thought. And the thought was with God, and the thought was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him, all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made. Let's break this down, reflection. So, thought. What is thought? Thought is the light. The sun that you see up in the sky, that is a symbolic representation of your conscious mind, of thought, right? Okay, so the sun is the light, is the thought, is God that came from nothing, because we also know that in the beginning there was nothingness, there was no thing, it was darkness, and God moved upon the waters of none, the primordial waters of none, and atum is thought, is the atom. And if we break down reality, we break down the holographic universe and quantum physics, atoms are made up of 99.9 empty space. So let's trace this back. So in the beginning, there was nothingness. It was void. It was darkness. And out of this nothingness came God. Thought. Because in the beginning was thought. And the thought was with God, and the thought was God. Right? So he was with God in the beginning. So that tells you separation is an illusion. Man is God. God and man are simonious, are simultaneously simonious. I am phenomenal. So God is man, so we can scratch that off, right? So he was with God in the beginning. And through him, through his observation, all things were made. Because man is observing his so-called creation, but we'll get into that. There is no creation or creator. Man is observing what was made. Through his observation, all things are made. Without him, meaning without his observation, nothing was made that has been made. That means without your observation, without man's observation, reality does not exist. Because reality is truly an illusion. It is just electrical signals in your brain, in your mind. So knowing this knowledge, reflection, staying in this knowledge is going to keep you in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, or the space or domain which God dwells. Realizing that you are God, you are the source of all things. Right? And so let's go deeper into this. So it also says in the Bible that God molded Adam out of clay, out of mud, out of the earth, out of the mud. He molded him out of the dust. So when God molded man out of clay, right? He molded a little human. He then breathed himself. He breathed the breath of life into Adam. So Adam was alive at that point. So it is safe to say, reflection, that God, or the source, breathed himself into man so he could experience his so-called creation. But why we say that there is no creator or creation is because how can there be a creation? What did God make man out of? Did God, it does not say God made man out of nothing, even though in essence that is what he did. But for the sake of this this video, God did not make, it does not say God made man out of nothingness, even though he did. What happened is God made man out of clay. He made man out of the mud of the earth. So God did not create Adam. God just transformed the earth into Adam, right? And that's kind of what we do as humans. Since we are gods, we're in the image of God. We are God. We are the source. When you make a baby, right? When you have sacred energy exchange with a woman, you're not creating a baby, because check this out. Energy, since we are energy, I am energy, and everything is energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. So, hold up, reflection. So, when you have sacred energy exchange with the woman, you create or you make a child, but you're only transforming both of your energies to make this child. But you're not creating anything. You're just transforming your energy. Your child is just a replica of you. You following me? So God did not create Adam. He just transformed himself, his own thought, into physical form, right? Adam made himself. Adam is God. Everything is God. Reflection. The serpent, the devil in the Garden of Eden, Eve is God. Everybody is God. You can't not be God. So we're not gonna get into that, the Garden of Eden, just yet. But with Adam, right? It does not say God created Adam. It just says that God molded Adam out of the clay. So he did not create the earth. God did not create this earth. This earth is formless and shapeless. It does not exist. There is no creation. And we're going to get to how there is no creator. There's no creation because God, or the source, used the elements, and apply this to your life, apply this to your mind and your every single day life, because it's so simple that it flies right over everybody's head, and then we just live in a whole illusion of life. So apply this knowledge to your life, reflection, and enter the kingdom in the mind of God. Or else you're gonna sit there and always think that something outside of you is like, bro, that's when you fucked up, for real. But it's all written. Don't stress, it's predestined. Anyways, let's get back to it. So God, there is no creation because God, what he made Adam out of is the mud. So the mud was already there. The earth was already there. He used the elements from the earth to mold and shape his avatar, his own avatar. Because mind you, he's making his avatar. It's not some God outside of me that made me. I don't have a creator, reflection. I know that I'm God because there's no separation of me and the universe. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? I am thought. I am the thought. I am a tune. I am no thing. I am nothing. I don't exist. My body is a figment of my imagination. When I'm not observing my body, I don't have a body. If I'm not, whatever I'm not observing, it doesn't exist until I observe it. It is my mind that is observing life. Observing a holographic illusion of my own mind. So let's apply this to myself right now. In this moment, I'm observing my reflection. I'm observing myself. I'm observing my hands. And my hands, my avatar, my earthly body is made out of the dust. Is made out of earthly elements. That's why I'm 70% water. That's why I continually breathe the breath of life, of existence. The sun or my mind is fire, or is ether. I'm an Etherean, but the fire is energy. I'm made up of energy, and this energy keeps me moving and vibrating. And the sun powers that energy. The sun is the tower that powers my mind, my energy, and keeps me going. And keeps me it keeps the fuel to my fire. And the earth, I eat from the earth. Whatever you eat is from the earth. You can't really eat anything if it's not from the earth, or else you're just becoming a breatharian and you're just eating the sun. You're eating the fire. You're eating light or knowledge, or you're eating etherical energy, or you'll be eating, the air. You'll be breathing in air. But as far as your physical body, you get elements from the earth. And these are all these things. The origin of all these stories in the Bible is from Egypt, from Kemet. But anyways, let's get into it a little more. Anyways, all right. So your earthly avatar is made up of the elements of the earth. Your mind is out of this world. Your mind is in outer space. It's you can see how your mind is in space, in free space. And you can see how the planets are symbolic. They're symbolic energies. They're spirits. The planets are your spirits. The sun is your mind. So we already killed the fact that there is no creation, right? Because energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. That's why you cannot die, reflection, because you are a mind, and your mind cannot die. Why there is no creator is because, so if there's no creation, that means there's no creator. If God, right, molded Adam, the avatar, with what? You're telling me if God molded you, he must have had hands, right? God must have had hands, because last time I checked, for you to mold anything, you need hands to mold to, you know what I'm saying? So that brings me to my point. There is no creator, because if God molded you, he must have had hands. But if God created you, who created God? Who molded God's body? And that's when it comes back to the source of your being, reflection. You are God body. You are God. You are just a thought. And you are nothingness. If you close your eyes, you die. You go into nothing. And then you will project a new body. You will project another experience, another reality. Because shit don't stop, baby. It keeps going on. This a rolling, not a stopwatch. So once you get to that point, you realize your mind is encased in darkness. This is a lucid dream. You don't exist. None of this exists. It's nothingness. Behind your eyes is nothing besides your thoughts. And if you have entered the kingdom of heaven, you have heavenly thoughts. You have the most high consciousness. You have God's thoughts that go back to the beginning. So you are mind, you are thought, you are the light, you are nothing. And you are projecting your reality. You are projecting your body. You are projecting everything else. And it's all an illusion. And you have literally, metaphysically, made everything. You are observing everything. It has already been made for you, by you, metaphysically, through thought. So your body, your avatar, my avatar, is a projection of my mind, and I am Adam. And the whole story is, I am in the kingdom of heaven. And I am God and I am the devil. God, my higher self, is the observer, is the one that is in alignment to my original thinking. The devil is my lower self, or which is a part of me that is here to make me forget what I truly am. So, but it's all me. See, God, the devil is God in disguise. God and the devil are one. And I'm also everything else in between that.